Okay, you guys, what is up? This is OJ Samurai here today to do an actual One Piece discussion video. Now, if you haven't seen my episode review, I will put it in the I'll put an annotation for it in the like somewhere on the video. But warning, 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 warning! If you are an only anime watcher and you have not caught up with the manga yet, do not watch this video. You will get spoiled like a motherfucker. You will not know what is going on. It's insane. Do not watch this video. Listen. Okay. This fight. What I really want to say is that this fight started off real good. I like how Luffy and Law tag teaming it up. Luffy, Gomu Gomu no, Law shambles. Red Hawk. I was like, yo, fucking no. I'm sorry, dude. I'm telling you, man, that was epic as all hell. Anyways, I want to do a little bit of prediction for this fight, but I'm also going to do something that I think is the key to defeating Doflamingo, the real key. And it's not hockey. Before y'all think, oh, it's not hockey. That's this to me. This is the real way as to Luffy and Law will beat Doflamingo. But I'll tell you guys in a second about it. Anyways, my prediction for this fight: two things are probably going to happen. Number one, Law is going to become unconscious and will not be able to fight anymore. And two, Law may die. Now, again, I'm going with number one because Law dying a huge stretch. As much as I think it could happen, a huge stretch, a really huge stretch. But anyways, the reason why I said Law may turn out to be unconscious is that you already know from the anime and the manga too that Law has a really low amount of stamina. Well, not low, not really low, but his stamina isn't up to par and snuff when it comes to his devil fruit. He needs to save up as much energy as he can. And as much as I would think he would have, I don't think he saved up to 100% of his full power before the final fight even started. I'll say around 40 to 50%, but nothing higher than that. Because again, we don't know how long it was before the final fight began, but still, I doubt that Law. I highly doubt that Law saved up to 100% of his power. Let's be real, I don't think it was that long. Anyways, we have that. I think that Law's gonna be unconscious, and before he goes unconscious, he's probably gonna tell Luffy, "Hey, Luffy, um, I want you to take out Doflamingo. I tried. Corazon tried. If Corazon even fought Doflamingo, I have no clue. But anyways, I tried. Corazon tried. Please help me out with this and take him out for me. And you guys all know, Luffy's the main character of the story. Regardless, he's probably gonna have the final move. Even if Law is still awake, there's no way in hell Luffy's not gonna have the final move. Let's be real. Now, moving on to the main part of this discussion video is the catalyst, or rather, the possible reasons to why Doflamingo is defeated. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say plot device. So I'm like, I guess, but no. But I think the main reason for Luffy defeating Doflamingo is not going to be his haki. I think it's going to be his devil fruit ability. Now, let me explain. What Luffy, as far as we know, has not gone all out since the time skip has started. Since the second part of the series has started. He he's only used like a few new moves, and that's pretty much it. Like the two new moves: Grizzly Magnum, Thor Elephant Gun, Hawk Rifle, anything I'm missing, UFO, shit like that. He's used a few, and oh yeah, Octopus Stamp, stuff like that. But what I really think is that Luffy's Devil Fruit is the key to defeating Doflamingo. I don't think it's his haki. The reason why I say that is because even though Luffy trained in haki for the past 2 years, and he had Rayleigh teach him the basics for a year and a half, which is really good, Luffy, I think, is not up to snuff when it comes to his haki game. Doflamingo has had his haki for a long ass time. Let's be real. Doflamingo, he's had haki for a while. We can assume that for a fact. But when it comes to Luffy's Devil Fruit, I think that is the reason. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a completely, like, I'm not going to say it's like, oh, Luffy, that's going to be his plot device. I'm going to say that the reason as to why Luffy's Devil Fruit is so important in this fight is probably because of his gears. Gear second, gear third, and a possibility of there being a gear fourth. So, let me start with gear second. We haven't seen Luffy utilize a full body gear second since Punk Hazard, and that's the only time it's used it after the time skip. when Luffy goes full body Gear second, of course we already know Luffy, he everything is enhanced. His speed, his strength, his reflexes, everything. And Luffy doesn't usually use that because that drains his lifespan. I guess or so I should think. And one thing about Luffy is that even though Luffy trained during a time skip, and even though it's possible that Luffy may have been able to reduce the strain because training with Gear Second a lot possibly stopped Luffy's body from saying, you know what, if Luffy has to utilize his form a lot more, his body will respond to it better than it would happen pre-time skip against Rob Lucci. But that doesn't mean to say, obviously, that doesn't mean that Luffy's going to be, full Gear Second. I'm going to spam everything and I'm not going to be tired. No, Luffy's going to be fucked up after this is over because Gear Second puts a lot of strain on the body when you use all full. Like, you use a full body Gear Second. And I think personally that Luffy's Gear Second is going to be the way as to how Luffy is going to keep up with Doflamingo. Because notice how Luffy in base form, he's getting blitzed the fuck up by Doflamingo. Like Doflamingo's not even trying. Oh blitz, oh blitz, oh blitz. Like he's punking Luffy in raw speed. And physical ability, obviously, but he's punking Luffy in raw speed when Luffy's in his physical form. So the only way, in my personal opinion, to take on Doflamingo with that amount of speed is to go full body Gear Second. You're gonna have to use every bit of strength you have to just keep up with Doflamingo. That comes with speed. When it comes to strength, I'm pretty sure that's where Gear Third comes in. Gear Third increases the attack range as well as increases the attack power that Luffy's punches and kicks, I guess in this sense, can give. So if Luffy manages to catch Doflamingo off guard, he might be able to get a few decent Gear Third hits on him, and I think that's what's going to work. And yeah, that could work out because maybe if Luffy catches him off guard, then Luffy be like, oh, come on, no. Doffy be like, oh shit, I can't dodge this one. What? Elephant gone. Damn. It's like, oh, dude, no. Like that would be crazy, and I think that's what's going to happen. And finally, when it comes to the gears, Gear Four, if Gear Four actually exists, that might also be it as well. Now we don't know what Gear Four is, but I'm pretty sure that Gear Four is something that's completely unrelated to Gear Second and Gear Third, but at the same time, it's something that heavily focuses on Luffy's Devil Fruit, not necessarily his Haki at all, because of course that's a byproduct, I guess I could say, of Luffy's Devil Fruit. That's how that shit works. That's probably the reason as to why he can beat Doflamingo. But what I'm thinking is, in order to keep up with Doflamingo in speed, he has to use Gear Second, a full body Gear Second. And it's probably going to go the same way that happened in Enies Lobby, where it was Luffy versus Lucci, and Luffy used Gear Second the entire fucking time. Like, oh, Gear Second, Gear Second, Gear Second. He has to do that, because I'm thinking that that's the only way he can keep up with Doflamingo in speed. Because right now in base form, he's not doing too hot. But if he utilizes Gear Second, I think that could be a way to keep up with them. Maybe roughly. I won't say exactly equal or even faster. No, roughly. Let's say roughly. And of course, when it comes to Gear Third, again, attack power and attack range. And Gear 4, we don't know, but that could be another reason. Or, I really would like for Luffy to take out Doflamingo utilizing a Red Hawk Gatling. If you guys haven't seen, Kaizoku Musou 2, otherwise known as Pirate Warriors 2, Luffy can actually utilize a Red Hot Gatling. Despite the fact that we haven't seen Luffy utilize that in the actual manga or anime yet. But I think that is the catalyst. I think that's what's going to happen. Luffy's going to utilize his Devil Fruit capabilities, and that's going to give him the advantage against Doflamingo. Now, moving on to the final bit, because I think this is also going to play an important role. What is the only other way to take down Doflamingo, or make Doflamingo weak? How does Doflamingo utilize his Devil Fruit? What body parts does he use? His hands and his legs. What if, by some way, shape, or means, Luffy manages to break, or it could be Law too, I don't know. Luffy and Law manage to figure out a plan to where they can take out Doflamingo's arms and like his legs, or just his arms. Because notice how Doflamingo's Devil Fruit is all about his hand and leg movements or his finger movements. If you take out his hands and possibly his legs, Doflamingo's in a whole lot of trouble. Or maybe just take out his hands, because I haven't seen Doflamingo use too many moves with his legs. We've only seen a couple, but other than that, that's pretty much it. So if you take out Doflamingo's hands, that might be the reason as to why Doflamingo might not be able to utilize his Devil Fruit in combat. Because remember, the only way for Luffy, no, the only two ways for Doflamingo to utilize his Devil Fruit in the air at least is his hands, and there has to be clouds in the sky. If one of those is taken out of the picture, Doflamingo can't utilize his flying abilities. And if his hands are taken out, Doflamingo can't do shit, period. The only way he can even do anything is with his legs, even though, you know, his legs are still fairly powerful. So that's what I think is going to happen. And of course, whichever final move that Luffy uses, I don't really know, but I would really like a Red Hawk Gatling, or even a Red Hawk Elephant Gatling. Like if Luffy has to combine both of his gears just so he can take out Doflamingo, then that could be the catalyst. That could really be the catalyst, and I think that could work. So I see that happening. There could be other factors. Maybe Doflamingo gets taken out by Kaido. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Again, I think Doflamingo should be taken out by. Well, I think Doflamingo will be taken out by Luffy, even though I really do think that Law should be the one to take him out. Because Law has had the 13 years of remembering how Coruscant got killed and all this shit, and I think Law should be the one, but Luffy is the main character of the story. He has to take out Doflamingo at some point. So with that being said, I think the best way to defeat Doflamingo is by utilizing all of his gears and breaking Doflamingo's hands. I think those are the two ways to take out Doflamingo, in my personal opinion. I could be wrong. There could be something else along the way. Maybe it is by plot device, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, pretty much it. I will see you guys later. The annotation for my latest One Piece episode reviews for 2 episodes will be in the annotation somewhere on this video. You'll see it there. I will see you guys later. Be sure, of course, like the video if you like it, dislike it if you don't. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on how this fight will go out and what Luffy could do to defeat Doflamingo. And yeah, deuces, guys.